NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. With the echoes of Cannon Blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the New Orleans Saints. Here's the former Cornhusker Brett Maher to get this one started. And off we go from Tampa. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now Brady. To Evans on the slant. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Pick it up. Here we go, Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Here I come.
Throwing now is Brady. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Wait, that's around 80. Around 80. 56. Let's go on. No, sticky stick.
Brady going to throw. They'll swing this out to Fournette. Fournette, a first down, still going. And finally brought down at the 43.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
A lane to run there is Fournette, able to get about 7 on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Fournette once more on 2nd down. And he stopped immediately there.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
They can't hang with us. Mike 56.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. Flushed out right. This is caught by Evans. Touchdown. Mike Evans. 36 yards, and the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Succop, and it's now a 7-0 game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Thomas. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
Check 45. Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Now, at first down, they run with Camaras. He'll take it forward for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. Play fake. Winston. That's complete to Troutman right side. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's convert.
Here's Winston. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now the pass hauled in by Kenny Stills. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready. Blue ready. Let's go, D. Sonic. Kill.
Again, it's Winston. That's Stills bringing it in. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Winston. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara there to make the grab. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Heavy. We got heavy.
Looking to throw. Brady. Flush to his right. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he's brought down.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
Let's get off the field. Check three.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Stop your whining.
2nd down, back to Fournette. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Wait, Eddie. Mike 5. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Mike 5.
A handoff to Fournette. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Mike's fit.
A shotgun give to Fournette. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
Wait, 20. Let's go. Double tight.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Mike's 50. Night, night, sweetheart. Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50. Quit talking about it and bring it. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Check 37. Check 37.
Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. And this offense back to needing 10 yards after the false start. 3rd and 10.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Hey, 50.
Now Brady. And that is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Brady not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it here on 4th.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Cover.
Brady to throw for it on 4th down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
45. We ain't giving up nothing today. Hey, 5-0. 10.
A 1st down throw for Winston. Open man is the tight end Troutman. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Winston. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to Kamara for another catch. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Throwing the out route and complete. That's Smith. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
25. Even. Check 25. 49.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
56. Check 56. Man out. 56 is Mike. 56.
So after the INT, it's Brady. Eluding the pressure right, and he'll just get rid of it.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Succop's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. So not the greatest of first halves for them, but a little ray of light here at the end. The late turnover becomes 3 points before the break.
Well, they certainly needed something positive to go their way. Maybe 3 points didn't seem like a huge deal in the grand scheme of things, but at least it's something to build on as they head into the half.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Second half straight ahead from Raymond James Stadium. Both teams finishing up their halftime adjustments. So for the call, let's get back over to Tampa and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game. Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
54. Mike 54.
Hey, let's get a conversion.
He's coming. We got double up.
Jameis to throw it. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Switch it.
And he makes it all the way down to the 31. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. To the air again with Winston. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Play action. Now it's Brady. Looking downfield for Godwin. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now Leonard Fournette. Fournette, a 1st down, still going. And finally out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. 115 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
56. Mike 56 right there.
Here's Brady to throw. Steps away to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
2nd down and goal. Brady. Forced out to his left. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Tyler Johnson from 10 yards out as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
Extra point put through by Succop, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the third quarter from Tampa. Winston. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
On 3rd down, Winston. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
There we go, Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Hey, pick your game up. Mike 20.
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Check Mike, check Mike. Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20.
Shotgun now for Brady. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Buccaneers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. The quick slant caught. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll go for it. It's Brady. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucks. Mike Evans, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Buccaneers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point try now for Succop. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. To return it, Alvin Kamara. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. On 1st and 10, Hill. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and run.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Adam Troutman there to make the grab. And the Saints have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after them right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right. Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side, and he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the 17, Brady. Over the middle, complete. That's Evans. And the Bucs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other.
And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. He's going to go up top again. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Lavonte David. And the Bucs are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly, but look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Brady going to throw here. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
Shadow! Check, check, check. Hey, check it.
Here's a give to Fournette. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Malcolm! Quarterback, don't get nervous now. Roll 50.
Now they'll throw with Brady.
Watch the whip.
And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
NFL on EA Sports brings us to North Carolina and Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Greg Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And off we go from uptown Charlotte.
What's that? Hey, eat. Coming to you. 55's Mike, guys, 55. Pick me up. Here we go. Check, 55's the mic. Check, 55's the mic. Tighten up.
Now Newton on first down. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Hey! 55! Hey! Kill!
Newton now to throw.
Bang!
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Throwing on third down, Newton. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on fourth down. They snap it to Newton. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
Everyone go to 54. Wide. Everyone kill. Under. Motion.
Yeah, let's get a sack rush.
And out of bounds right around the 20. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Only needing 2 yards on second down.
Double tight.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Let's go. Watch the safety creep.
From the shotgun, again to Elliott. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chinn picks it off. And the Panthers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. So, CD, his very first pass of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know that's a major surprise for any quarterback because, look, let's face it, no one thinks about throwing interceptions. But think about all the warm-up that we saw, right? Every pass he threw wasn't a single interception because, oh, that's right, there were no defenders out there. A little bit different when there's live guys out there chasing the football.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Play action. It's Newton. And that is incomplete.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Check. Watch twist.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a second time. They will go for it. Now Newton. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation, turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Ready. Watch 85. Ain't no such thing as a late.
Newton now to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Let's make these babies crawl all the way back. 20. Tighten up.
Here's Newton. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Rabbit. Mike, 55. Check 55. Mike.
Newton on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger gain.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, D. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Newton looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
57. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there. 32.
On 1st down, Newton. That'll be caught by Anderson.
That's all you got.
Touchdown, Panthers. Robbie Anderson. 29 yards. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? A first down carry by Elliott. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
Get out there. 50, Mike 50.
Hey, let's pin the mirrors back and go full.
47. 50's the Mike. 50's the Mike.
Here's Elliott. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Man open. That's complete to Dalton Schultz. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 26.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
50's the Mike. 50's the Mike. Watch the slant.
Mike's 50. Hey, keep it up.
Mike 50. Hey, come on, oh. Check safety.
On first down, Elliott. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and making sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Tight end left.
On 2nd and 11 now, Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Come on, baby.
From the red zone now, Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And some strong running. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Hey, kill. 47.
Hey, check Mike 47.
Let's go.
On play action, Prescott sliding out of the pocket. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Zuerlein good with a PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him. .5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. They'll roll him out right. He'll air this one deep for Anderson.
Thus far, they haven't been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Newton on 3rd down. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Check hot route.
Throwing again is Newton. Oh, he'll take a shot for McCaffrey downfield. He's got a man, complete. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Check 50. Check 50.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a little padding here at the end of the half as a turnover leads to 3 more points.
And this has certainly been an opportunistic bunch here in this first half, and they're playing complementary football. Defense takes it away, turns it over to the offense. They converted it into points.
It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Each team making their final preparations for this second half. We're about ready, too, as we'll send you back up to Charlotte and rejoin Brandon and Charles at Bank of America Stadium.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This is Tony Pollard. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. He'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Man left, man left. Odd. 5 down. Stand up in. Mike 4. Stay with your man.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Prescott. He'll get this to Elliott. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play that time on the catch and run. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Elliott. 50 yards on the ground for him so far.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 31, Prescott. Flushed out right. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Record. 54. Switch. He's coming in.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from the 20. And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Newton, meanwhile, here connecting with McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
4 down. Alert.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. He's going to air one out for Anderson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Newton's throw here into the hands of Moore. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Now Newton. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And the Cowboys will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5. How about that? The defense's first sack. It doesn't come from one of the usual suspects up front. It comes from the secondary.
Yeah, I think they caught the quarterback off guard a little bit because he wasn't able to account for the possibility of that blitz and change the blocking assignment. He comes through and puts him on the ground.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Check 43. 47.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Flush to his right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch.
Score.
As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flushed from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
Zuerlein out now to kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game, and I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Newton. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to...
And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big play there for Carolina. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Mike 55. Mike 55.
To the air again, Newton. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the Cowboys force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too.
Watch the screen. Oh, going to 53.
Off the play fake, Prescott. Got an open man, it's Michael Gallup. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and look like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. 119 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Ezekiel Elliott, a guy who considers himself underrated, has told his detractors to put some respect on his name. Hard not to respect a run like that.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. On 2nd down, Elliott. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Hey.
On third down, it's Prescott. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the made field goal, Zuerlein back out there now to send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Throwing here, Prescott. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1.
You better be afraid.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here. Double tight, double tight. Double tight. 4 down, 4 down. We're going to 53. Mike 4. Get that quarterback at all costs. Mike 4. You ain't going nowhere. Mike 4. Mike 4. Man, I got you. Here we go, 46. Mike 4. I'm coming. Mike 4.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The corner blitz works to perfection for A.J. Boye. Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from Seattle. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
Let's go.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
We got three down. 31's the mic. Bring it. 31's the mic.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
Wilson now off the bootleg. And this will go to Carson out wide. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Check 6 guys.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 37. Now it's Wilson. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. On 1st down, Wilson.
Under 10.
To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Wilson. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. It's the sackmaster, Justin Houston, who comes up with it. He's at the 50. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that.
Thank you.
But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
It's our time, guys.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
I spotted man coverage on the outside. I expect we'll see a lot of that from this defense as this game moves on. And that was a good job there as that one was knocked away.
No. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
On 2nd and 15 now. Jackson. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the... Hey, middle.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got us a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. All day.
They go play action with Jackson. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Jamal Adams on the safety blitz. Too fast to handle. Well, their first sack of the game, and it doesn't come from a usual suspect, not somebody up front, but Charles, a defensive back getting in there.
And I can tell you from experience, he's beyond excited to make that play because you're exactly right. It isn't normal to call his number to run at the quarterback like that. Usually you're defending the pass, but he takes full advantage and dumps him to the turf.
25, check 25, check 25. 49, check.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. We're scoreless after 1. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Switch.
Throwing is Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the second round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football out of the backfield? To be able to get him in the second round, that's what I call a steal.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
Man, that's trash. That's trash.
Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4".
It's coming this way, coming this way. Here we go.
Dobbins. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
54 is Mike. Check, watch 54.
In your face. He's coming. We got double up.
Go ahead. Motion. Mike, finish.
On 2nd down now, Dobbins. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
They'll try to run with Dobbins. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
One word comes to mind to me after that last play, and that's alert. That defense took a chance guessing the snap count, and they were so right. Got a great push up front, and that forces 4th and goal.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2.
Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4".
They're going for it with Dobbins. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson rolling to his right. And he rifles one incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
14. Wide.
Wilson now to throw on third down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
He's going to air one out. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And the Seahawks are going to have it here at their own 15. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Ravens are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
Let's go, fellas.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Both these teams going through their final adjustments before heading back out of the locker room. Time for us to go back out to Lumen Field, where we rejoin Brandon Gaudin.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Right there, 56. Oh, here we go. Oh,
Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57.
bandit.
Now it's Jackson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this.
Now it's Jackson. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Dwayne Eskridge there to make the grab. And the Seahawks are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. And he just did get those feet in there on the side of the end zone. Well done.
Probably the exact size foot necessary, because I think if he had another half size, that catch doesn't count. And he's able to get it in, and it counts for a touchdown.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And they take the lead here at 7-6. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
57's the mic.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line.
Rip left.
Jackson. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
57. Mike 57.
I got you. I got you.
Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
Hey, we heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges.
Play action. It's Jackson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up fourth. Now it's first.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
They'll run with Dobbins. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. And that's on the guard, Kevin Zeitler. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on first and goal.
57's the mic. 57's the mic.
Throwing is Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
And it's caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another second and goal.
Hey, here we go. Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4".
I don't even know why this team showed up.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
You definitely would like to have hit on that one because now you've got a third and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Play action. Now Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked up by DJ Reed. There he goes left side. The 40. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Anthony Averett picks it. And the Ravens are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot.
180. Now Jackson on first down. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Go. Hey, watch Sam. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
54 is Mike.
Jackson from the shotgun.
54. You remember me?
He'll find Bateman once more. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Mike 54. Yeah. Mike 54.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy.
Let's go.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Now Jackson.
Crunch.
Buying time to, and he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Jackson. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman on the touchdown throw from Lamar Jackson. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. A late turnover, so often the difference in a ball game, and here the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect a lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day one of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Check the backer. Let's go.
On first down, Wilson eluding the pressure right. And he fires one incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. It's a big play there for Seattle.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
Touchdown, Seahawks. Russell Wilson on target to DK Metcalf. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Second and 5. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Short gain last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely, this defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. Here's Jackson. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
Let's go. Mike's 5-4. Hey.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Second and 7.
Yeah.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Mike's 54.
Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
Well, I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of. But now it's about taking the ball away, taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.